Hallo Leute, willkommen zu einer Folge von Doki Doki Blue Skies. Letzte Folge haben wir mit der Theorie ein bisschen Zeit verbracht. Sie ist wieder in die Schule gekommen. Wir haben auch mit Abby größtenteils gesprochen aus unserer Klasse und darüber gesprochen, jetzt unsere Gefühle zu geschehen. Und das nehme ich jetzt am Tag danach. Oh, wir sehen es am Tag danach. Das heißt, wir werden wahrscheinlich die Gefühle jetzt ausdrücken gegenüber von Theorie oder nicht. Ich weiß nicht. Werden wir sehen. Ich würde sagen, wir legen einfach mal los. Man. It's days like these that I really It's days like these that I really wish my dad was that I really wish that I really wish my dad was around. Okay, I'm sure you experience all of the nerves associated with asking a girl out. Relax, Kazuma. Relax. Just asking your childhood best friend to be your girlfriend. No big deal, right? Who am I kidding? Of course it's a big deal. What did all the websites online say? Just relax, be yourself, be confident. Oh, some advice that was. I'll just bank on Emmy's intuition being correct. Please be correct, please be correct. It has gotten rather cold these days, hasn't it? Ah, definitely. Winter is such a pain. Nein, eigentlich nicht. Ich bevorzuge noch den Winter über den Sommer. Bei weitem. It definitely makes waking up with tennis practice a little harder. It does have its upsides, however. It really makes for the perfect weather to snuggle up indoors with a soothing hot chocolate and a nice book. Da stimme ich dir zu. Vielleicht nicht warme Schokolade, wenn dann nicht laktosefrei, sonst. And seeing all the snow softly fall during the night is really relaxing too. Although it all gets ruined the next day when people walk through it. Having end of semester exam is such a drag too. I can't help but tuning out the conversation. Today has been going by slowly. All throughout class this morning, I could barely concentrate. I've just been picturing how I imagine conversation with Siri will go down. Safe to say that's definitely been the focus of my mind. Abby shooting me knowing looks. Abby so often didn't do much to staunch the whirlwind of uncertainty in my head. In the clubroom, we just finished sharing poems, and I can't wait for the session to end. And people get really mushy around Christmas time as well. You know, like cuddling up together, holding hands, all that stuff. Yuck. You say it like it's a bad thing, Kanetsky. Come on, it'd be lovely to have someone to warm you up when the night gets cold. Don't you think? Is this a hint? Or just me totally misinterpreting? No way. I can... Ja, okay, bei Netzki ist es auch Dings, sie hat ja, wie man die Netzki-Route weiß, nicht so eine gute Beziehung mit dem Vater und das beeinträchtigt sie im körperlichen Kontakt. I can see where both of you coming from, actually. On one hand, that physical intimacy must be quite nice. Although I have to admit, public displays of affection can be a bit overwhelming. Yeah, especially when couples start playing tons of tennis with each other. Monica laughs. Interesting way of putting it, Natsuki. Alright though, you save that stuff for when you're at home. But what about presents? That's something else that makes Christmas so enjoyable. Buying gifts for other people and seeing their reactions. That's definitely a rewarding feeling, especially when I really like your choice. Don't you think, Kazuma? Don't mind me, just trying to figure out how to ask you to be my girlfriend. Alter, zum Glück. Weil wir hatten schon ein paar Mal, als der Hauptcharakter laut gesprochen hat. Zum Glück ist das drin geblieben. Oh yeah, everything's fine, you know, just trying to figure out the best way to ask you to be my girlfriend. Oh, yeah, just trying to decide what to get you guys for Christmas, that's all. Racking my brains, I desperately try and follow up what I just said. Let's see, let's say I had to get you a present, Monica, what would you ask for? Can't you buy a piano though, sorry. Well, that'd be telling, wouldn't it? It wouldn't ruin the mystery. Well, you're always busy with, like, a bit of things going on at once, right? So I don't know, maybe like a diary or a plan or something? Or a tennis racket? I have no idea. Those aren't bad ideas, actually. It's not as difficult buying presents for someone. Especially when someone you don't know particularly well. You could do a watch, Monica. A watch? Why? Well, you could do, with free time. One day, Zoe's joke will get a little bit funnier. Finally. School day sure to take its sweet time. Oh, here we go. Well, it did drag on, and it'd be lying if I said I was ready for what's about to come. Hey, Siri? Are you busy after school today? Nope. Well, apart from homework, but I didn't get much today. Okay, well, I nervously sketched the back of my leg. Siri eyes me curiously. Which I think we could hang out a bit today after school. Please don't pick up the description or voice. Sure, my place or yours? Yours sounds good. Okay, we haven't spent time together at school in a long time. What made you change your mind? Not that I'm complaining. Why am I getting a shrewd suspicion that she knows my plan and is just going on with it just to watch me squirm? Nothing. Oh, you don't have a Christmas tree for us to decorate, do you? It's barely mid-November, COE. A bit too early for that. No. Anyway, what did you want to do, Kazuma? Oh boy. I don't think it's healthy for a human heart to beat this fast. But I wanted to tell you something, COE. Okay, what's up? It's now or never. Oh well, look, I really don't know the best way of saying this. He's just sitting there, patiently waiting for me to speak. There's a hint of anticipation looking in those blue eyes of hers. Taking a deep breath, I stare at the floor and let my mouth talk before my brain has a chance to catch up. Look, Theo, I really like you, and I'm sorry if this changed anything between us because I really value our friendship and I wouldn't want to ruin anything, so... I guess it was ever since we were kids. I've always been drawn to you, and well, seeing you again after these years has been really, really nice, and I'm so glad we get along like a huge gap in history was never there. I really like you, Zoe, in that way, and well, I was just wondering how you felt. Like, do you feel the same way, or... I tried over nothingness. Cringing over pathetic, my confession was founded. So much for being confident. The silence is getting overwhelming. Lifting my eyes off the safe haven that is the floor, I have to force myself to meet her gaze. Oh, die Musik gefällt mir schon nicht. The expression on her face is hard to read. She's smiling, but at the same time there's definitely a hint of sadness behind her eyes. I should have seen this coming. I guess it really is my own fault. Huh? Fault? What do you mean? I'm selfish. But how? I really like you too, Kazuma. I should be feeling relieved, happy even at hearing those words. Yet I can't help but feel like something is terrible amiss. I think I always have, even when we first met. She smiles warmly at me, but there are tears forming her eyes. They trickle down her face as she blinks. You've always been so nice to me, even when I didn't deserve it. Even after we drifted apart, you were still willing to talk to me and see how I was doing. You took an interest in my club, even though I didn't think you would enjoy it, literature. And at first, I was a little unsure. I wasn't sure if things would be like how they were when we were kids. Deep down, I was hoping they would. And over time, I guess I got my wish. Because it did. Your jokes, your personality, just being around you. Every day was a walking reminder of easy times. I don't get it, sir. If you like me too and you're happy with me being around, what's the problem? Shakes her head. It's not that easy. You just don't understand. Of course I don't, Siri. Can you blame me? I can tell there's something going on with you, but every time I try and help, you shut me down. Is it any surprise I don't understand? The day before the festival, you wouldn't even talk to anyone. And the day when you weren't in school. Something wasn't right that day. It was just a gut feeling. Always been able to tell when something's wrong, sir, no matter how well you hide it. I really wish you couldn't. That horrible nightmare you had. You know some of the things you were saying? You think you're useless, that you don't want to do it anymore? What are you talking about? Please, sir, just tell me. What's so tiring? What don't you want to do anymore? Why do you think you're useless? Did someone say something nasty to you? Said to God, if someone's being saying stuff, tell me. I'll go over and You're right, Kazuma, there's someone. I clench my fist so hard I can feel my nails dig into my palm. Who? It's me. I'm being stupefied. That was the last response I expected to hear. You? What on earth is that meant to mean? Saying stuff to yourself? You're just going on in circles, you say. Please enough with misties and the vague answers. I've made orders with you. What could this what could this horrible dark secret be that makes you so useless and unlikable? Depression. For the second time this evening, I'm at a complete loss for words. Ja, das hab ich schon gedacht. Huh? Yeah, that's my secret, Kazuma. You're depressed? I've had depression for most of my life. Oh my god, sorry. The problem was the most likely response I could have given you. I'm sorry. Don't be. I wouldn't have expected you to know how to respond. She gives us a short, humorless laugh. I don't know what to say. I had no idea. I never would have known. You always seem so happy, cheerful. But I don't get it. I thought you were so happy. She sighs as tears slowly leak down her cheeks. No, Kazuma, I never was. It was just a mask. I really tried to keep it up. Her voice wavers as she speaks. Fresh tears fall down her face, but unlike the day of her nightmare, she makes no attempt to hide them. The secret has been laid bare. Every day. Waking up, getting ready, walking to school. All of the things that people take for granted. It's been so scary, so difficult. I was so scared that at any moment I let my mask slip. And you see the real me. So that's what you were referring to when you said it was tiring. That you didn't want to do it anymore. She nods sadly. And all of the other things too, like waking up and eating too. I don't have the energy to cook actual meals. So that's why you went for pizzas and other junk food. God, it's all coming together now. And the whole thing has been so bittersweet. Seeing you again, hanging out just like we used to. First time in what feels like such a long time, I felt something that felt alien to me. Happiness. It wasn't much, but it was something, enough to help me through these days. Like when you warmed my hands up. I felt so bad in asking you to help, but sometimes I just couldn't help it. It's hard fighting against what your heart wants. And as I started to like you, it terrified me. But why? Because it was harder and harder to resist being selfish. Selfish? Selfish in dragging you into my mess. You shouldn't be bothering with someone like me. Part of me wondered if me being so miserable would put you off. Not a sad smile. But it didn't seem like you minded. No, you really stuck around and tried your best to comfort me, even though I was horrible to you and kept you at a distance. Now here we are, a situation that's both what I want and fear the most. I'm worthless, Kazuma. I couldn't care less about myself, I just want others to be happy. And now I messed that up, because now you know about my depression, and knowing you, definitely a worry. I really couldn't win either way. I'm so sorry for drawing you into this, Kazuma. I tried so hard. With you here, tell me like you like me too. The voice is a mess at this point, a whirling mess of tears and anguish. For once, I just want to embrace the selfishness and be your girlfriend. It's almost like another person who looks just like Surya's been talking. No, it is like it's a different person. As she spoke, I was sinking further and further into disbelief. How could it be that my happy, carefree childhood friend was harboring such a sad secret? You're definitely not selfish at all, Zoe. How could you be? You're one of the most selfless people that I know. You make it your duty to make everyone else happy. I could never care about you. You're my best friend. I'd do anything to make you happy again. I'm just so glad you told me this. Why? Oh, just come here. Please don't hug me. Ignoring her cries, I embrace her, holding her close to me. To my surprise though, she pulls free and pushes me away from her. I didn't even know she had this strength. I'm sorry, Kazuma. I just really can't deal with this right now. Can you please leave? Leave? Sorry, look at what you just told me. Do you honestly expect me to just go, like I didn't mean anything? Yes. I stare at her incredulously. Her resolution doesn't change. All sorts of feelings are swirling through my head right now. Still trying to process what she just told me. And even after suffering for years, she's still stubborn. Anger floods through my veins, probably an unreasonable reaction, but at this point I'm too emotionally charged to listen to rationality. Oh, so that's how it is, right? I'm allowed to tell you my problems and you're allowed to cheer me up, but I'm not allowed to help you? What kind of friendship is this, Zoe? You'll never understand. Of course I won't, because you never let anyone in. Is it any surprise I don't understand? And I instantly regret to raise my voice the moment the words leave my mouth. Just go. Please. Without any choice left, I dejectedly comply. Back in my own house, my mind is still racing at a million miles an hour. Now that the heat of the moment has passed, I'm ashamed to realize that I probably handled that pretty poorly. Yes, it was frustrating being kept in the dark, then having such a huge bombshell drop on me, then again being unable to help. But getting angry at her was the worst thing to do. Man, I'm such an idiot. Oh, god damn it, Emmy, so much for female intuition, eh? Well, this one person hopefully should be able to help. grab my phone, a hastily punch a number of, in a phone number and hope she's free. Wahrscheinlich Monika. Annie. Kazuma, hi. What's up? Well, I told you how I felt and it didn't go well. Yeah, but not for the reason you think. I don't really know how to put this, because I'm still trying to process myself, so I'll just lay it out. Zoe likes me too, but she couldn't bring herself to act on those feelings because she's depressed. There's a heavy silence for a beat. Depressed? I know, stereo of all people. Oh, I see. I see. My goodness, that's awful. Poor girl. Hope she be alright. I really hope she will be. Mom, I acted like such an idiot. What happened? When she told me she was depressed, I tried to comfort her by hugging her, but she pushed me away and told me to leave. And I'm kicking myself. Go on. Her tone is gentle. I get angry at her and raise my voice. It was just so frustrating not being able to help her, and I just wasn't thinking straight. Oh, darling. You're not an idiot at all. I understand it must have been so frustrating. No, shouting at her wasn't the best idea, but it's not like you set out to hurt her, is it? Well, no. It happens during arguments. Don't worry. There's so many other things too. She said it feels worth it, and she felt selfish even telling me what was going on. Huh, so that explains why she reacted to your arc. There's a side on the other end. She thought, it must be so difficult with both of you. It must feel so overwhelming. Believe me, I know what your situation is like. You do? I once dated someone with depression, and it wasn't easy. It's one of the hardest things to watch someone we love suffer like that. And we just don't understand it when they say such negative things about themselves. It's horrible, Mom. It didn't even feel like Cyril was talking. I just never saw it coming. I mean, I knew that something was going on with her. I just thought having days where you're in a low mood were normal, you know. From what I gathered, she's awfully convincing at wearing that facade. If it's any consolation, I don't think anyone could have guessed that she was depressed. By the way, the worst part about depression is probably that it's just so loud and convincing. It's got a horrible tendency to dominate the thoughts of whoever's got it. And it can be really hard for them to take off the depression-tinted glasses. It's an illness, and unfortunately mental illness can be just as significant as physical ones. Something I wish this country would recognize. So what can I do for her? What do I do? Can I even do anything? Definitely can help her out. I didn't mean to make you feel like you were powerless or anything. It's okay. I'm glad you're being honest, I guess. It's just kind of hard to realize exactly what we're dealing with here. So it'd help to be informed, right? You can really be sure, Kazuma. I'm proud of her while you're handling this. Oh, I'm not handling this well at all, Mom. I had no idea how to act. I shouted at her and she was in tears. Wouldn't anyone who isn't a mental health professional know how to deal with what you've just been told? Anyway, the most important advice I can give you is to not expect a quick fix. Depression isn't something that can be fixed with love. It isn't your job to fix her, but you can still help her. I was starting to think I was totally useless here. Of course not, darling. She loves you as well, don't forget. It won't be all doom and gloom. You have days where things will be normal, days where she really isn't faking her mood. But then you also have days where she won't have the energy to get out of bed, days where she just won't feel like talking to anyone. And it's really important that you're as patient and understanding as you can during those days. Oh, and communication is a bigger one. That goes for any relationship, really. Sounds really obvious, but talk to her. Let her tell you about how she sees the world and what her thoughts, feelings, and fears are. It's gonna be problems. They're gonna be fights. Those are healthy and part of any relationship. If something's bugging you or someone's bothering her, just talk it out. Communication is the key to a successful relationship, believe me. I can't help but laugh. You sound like one of those relationship gurus. It's a mother's job to guide her children, you know? As an insight, never underestimate how helpful it can be just to listen to someone's problems and worries. Just having someone listen can be helpful, more than you could ever realize. Funny you mentioned that, because I was going to ask if Zoe should see a therapist or doctor. Yes, I think that would probably be for the best. But things like therapy medication don't always work for everyone. It's tempting to see it as a magical fix, but just remember it'll take time. There's so much more I wanted to discuss, but unfortunately you caught me at a really bad time. Sounds like these in particular that I feel awful for not being around. Be really nice to see you, Mom. I really hope I can come to visit soon. And for what it's worth, you're much stronger than you realize, and I'm very proud of you. Just remember that, okay? I'll try. Give it a day or two before you talk to her. By the way, I think she'll need a little bit of time to cool off. I'm sure that if you apologize for getting angry and rationally explain your side of things, she'd come around. She never struck me as a girl who could hold a grudge. Emotions were running high from what I can gather. Entschuldigt. So she'll understand it. And I know it seems really bleak right now, but it'll be okay, Kazuma. I just know it. I really hope so, Mom. Just remember that your support will be just as important as what a doctor or therapist can offer her. Really got such a big heart. Show her just how big that heart really is. I love you. Oh, Entschuldigt. Love you too, Mom, and thanks for everything. Anytime. Ring me whenever you need help, okay? Click. Really, I hope flop down onto the sofa. Feels like such a lot happened in such a space of time. I just hope Sarah and I can patch things up. Okay. Ja. Das war irgendwie zu erwarten. Ich habe mir schon gedacht, dass Seori wahrscheinlich noch die Gefühle von uns hat, aber dass halt durch irgendwas wie Depression oder so es nicht funktionieren würde. Aber ja, ich werde in der nächsten Folge schauen, wie das ausläuft, ob wir dann vielleicht mit ihr Zeit verbringen oder ob wir eben halt eher auf Abstand dann sind. Ich nehme an, es wird wahrscheinlich draus hinauslaufen, dass wir einfach den Tag irgendwo in der Stadt oder so verbringen und vielleicht in einer von den anderen Guilds rennen. Ich weiß nicht, zum Beispiel Netsuki oder Monika könnte ich mir vorstellen. Und dann entweder am Sonntag oder am Montag wieder mit Theorie über die ganze Sache reden. Wer weiß. Aber das sehen wir auf jeden Fall nächste Folge. So. Auf jeden Fall, ich hoffe, es hat euch gefallen. Wir sehen uns aber in der nächsten Folge, wo wir dann uns reinstößen, nächsten Tag, wo ich mal gespannt bin, was genau jetzt uns erwartet. Weil, ja, aktuell ist es ein bisschen, ja, komisch natürlich, die Situation und wissen nicht, was uns erwartet. Und ja, wir sehen uns dann einfach nächstes Mal, ne? Tschüss!